because it's a diesel, we could actually hear you screaming in excitement as you came across the finish line. You have just set what we believe to be the new diesel record for Pikes Peak at 10 minutes and 25 seconds. How does that feel?
This is the story of my friend Greg, and the culmination of his 10-year effort to set the diesel record at the Pikes Peak Hillclimb. Greg first raced at Pikes Peak with a home-built diesel Subaru Impreza in 2013.
There was a record. We went there because there was a Peugeot record, diesel, 14 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah, and we couldn't even.
Yeah, it was 92 horsepower.
Greg's next attempts at the diesel record were in this TDI-swapped Funcup beetle, going after a new record of 1124.065. set by Scott Birdsall in his boosted Cummins-powered pickup. In 2020, Greg came within 1 second of breaking the record. For 2022, Greg put that same 2-liter TDI power plant, made it to a 7-speed Porsche PDK, into this Radical SR3 chassis. 1,650 pounds, 350 horsepower, 350 torque, with more mechanical grip and downforce from the Radical chassis. In 2022, we spent a full month in Colorado Springs, testing and braking, dialing in the new race car. Things were looking good for the 2022 attempt, until race day was completely socked in with fog and wintry mix. For 2023, the car received some aerodynamic touches and tuning in the off-season. But for the most part, 2023 is about executing on the plan. Instead of a full month ahead, this year we all arrived just in time for race week. 1 week to test, qualify, and race. Our meeting spot was Zach's shop, Nomad Cruisers in Cripple Creek. There we met up with the rest of the crew and kicked things off with a good old-fashioned car wash.
Right here. Good. Check this out. Yeah, that's the low one. Even this is hitting it. Kind of forcing it. That's where that's a pickup point. That's it.
Greg had some new center lock nuts to install, which you can see clearly don't have the undesirable play in the threads that the old ones do.
So let's put this one.
Yeah, you can already see.
Bad, dude. This is.
This is the last one.
Oh, this is so much better.
We also took the opportunity to bleed the brakes and install some cooling ducts to channel air from the scoop to the rear calipers.
New addition to 2023.
Rear brake cooling ducts.
Brake cooling for the full sand. What we call grassroots.
After the wash and some wrenching, the only thing left to do was to see what's inside Zach's Geo. Then we called it a night before tech inspection in the morning. On day 2, we brought the Radical into town and got in line for tech, where we also got to check in on Betim.
Tires are wide.
Looks like you can do this.
Bonjour.
Oui, et toi?
Tranquille.
I was just in your home country.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was just at Le Mans.
Yeah, that's amazing, huh?
As part of tech, we got some homework to install our transponder in the race car.
Gravel on you. Here you go.
Do we really have to have Australian stuff here?
Yes, we do, unfortunately.
What the heck?
They checked our fire suppression. In addition to these extinguishers, there are nozzles all over the car. They designated the tow hook. We assured them we've used this spot on the back before successfully, and went through the roll cage and made sure the car would go into reverse and the kill switch was functional.
I'm telling her, hey, tell me secrets.
Yeah,
we're recording.
Neck brace. It's 10 years. So it's good. Yeah, it's September, so it's good for this year.
Okay.
Come back next year, you'll need a new one.
Okay. Yeah. It's a 10-year anniversary.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Crazy.
A lot of times, like,
Sweet.
Right there. Mirror of the rear.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath.
After we passed tech, it was time to test on the mountain. For day one, we're testing in the middle. The middle section is a ribbon of hairpins, some very steep. This is the reason for the third turbo on this TDI setup, maintaining boost at low speed and low RPM. Greg's first run was at 254, after we realized the fan switch hadn't been kicked on. Once we reconnected and filled the coolant system back up with water, and Greg lowered the tire pressures at the recommendation of one of the guys from Hoosier, Greg sent it for a 242, cutting 12 seconds off his first run and setting a personal record for the middle section.
Tire pressure is amazing. I love this. It's really low, lower than ever, and it changed the whole experience. So nice, so smooth. Now I can up like so much more power within control. Like before with like hard tire, I would be kind of pushing it all the time. But now I feel like I'm 50%. I could just go twice as fast. It's good. The car's nice. Just goes in the car. Having fun. It's like the ballad. It's like a ballad, you know? Promenade, bro.
The upper section climbs the last 1,000 feet from 13 to 14, starting at Devil's Playground. Wide open road belies the struggle of the upper section, the bumps. Huge swings in temps and weather conditions at this elevation cause moisture to penetrate the road surface, expanding and contracting to create bumps and cracks. This means that every year is different, and some are bumpier than others.
Was it as bumpy as you expected? How was the
more? It's crazy bumpy. Yeah. Super pumped. Can't wait for qualification tomorrow. Hopefully like top 20. Let's shoot for top 20. I'm pretty sad about the weather today. It was a surprise to see all this rain come suddenly. Turns out as we come to the lower section, all the driver goes to the driver's meeting and we do a vote real quick. And essentially everyone was like, hey, let's cancel today and we qualify tomorrow. So I felt a little bit relieved, hoping that tomorrow will be dry. I think it will be. And that way, if we rank a little better, we can have a better chance for race day to start early. So yeah, pretty excited about the cancellation, even though it doesn't sound good. It's a good solution. And yeah, going back home, try to polish a few details that had to be done anyway. So perfect.
Back at Zach's shop, we checked the corner balance and alignment, while Zach sewed Greg's 2023 Pikes Peak patch onto the racing suit. We reinforced the splitter.
This should not be like this.
Greg fabricated support for his heels in the pedal box. You can see from Greg adding a 90-degree angle to this bracket, it makes it basically impossible to bend compared to the same piece of aluminum without a bend in it. Pretty cool.
Hold you in there.
Made some lightweighting mods, added some rivets to the flicks, and we basically nut and bolted the whole car, on the principle of nothing new on race day. We make all our final adjustments now, qualify tomorrow, and then don't touch the car before the race run. The lower section begins at 9,400 feet, and it's open and fast, and to my mind, well suited to Greg's Radical. high mechanical grip from this chassis, lots of downforce, and the TDI power plant is still putting it all to the ground at the base of the mountain. Qualifying fast at Pikes Peak puts your race run earlier in the day. In Colorado in the summer, especially at altitude, weather can move in fast in the afternoon, so you want to go early. That being said, the cars that run before you and the heat of the day make the road warmer and grippier, so pick your poison. But needless to say, everyone at qualifying wants to go fast. At this point, Greg had made 3 runs and had one more opportunity to lay down a fast time and hopefully make it into the prestigious Fast 15.
Yeah, two more seconds, I think. Same as Reese. Dude, that's nice. Same as Reese. Greg's fastest qualifying time, he just ran a 4:14. That puts us in 3rd overall for this run, and that's behind Silas Montgomery, Randy Popes in the Tesla, and then us. So things are shaping up really well for race day tomorrow.
So the car is doing amazing, super fast. I learned the course a little better. So every time I just feel better and better. And there's some places that are actually a straight shot, but before I thought they would be like turns, but now I know that they are straight shots. So I'm just like, okay, here, shot, straight, flat, you know. And they're so much fun to take at, you know, at this higher speed, and yeah, so it's all good.
Did you write your name?
Yep.
Early light, what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, and yet wait for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Race day dawned clear and sunny. The car was ready, Greg was ready. Simply put, go time. Ultimately, Greg set a 10:25.071, clearing the previous record by a full minute and fulfilling the 10-year dream of setting the diesel record at the Pikes Peak Hillclimb.
Okay, we'll get a rock. We got a rock. Woo! Hell yeah!
You have just set what we believe to be the new diesel record for Pikes Peak at 10 minutes and 25 seconds. How does that feel?
Pretty amazing. So epic. The run was absolutely phenomenal.
Because this car is so quiet, because it's a diesel, we could actually hear you screaming in excitement as you came across the finish line.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to the crew and the sponsors for making this possible, and the Pikes Peak officials for putting on such a great race. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.